We are live. It is week 10, game number 5 of the 2021 NFL season. And it's between the Houston Texans going up against the Cleveland Browns. We are at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. So let us go and see all after the game.
We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. We are the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Austin Seibert ready to get it started. And now off we go for Cleveland. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
Tremendous overall athlete, does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
The first carry down, this is Johnson. Pick up about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 31, Watson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
But a tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yard there and another first down. Good sizable run there by Deshaun Watson on the RPO.
That's in his DNA as a quarterback. He's been doing that since high school. He understands the RPO game as well as any quarterback in the league, and he makes excellent decisions. And when he takes off and goes, his team's pretty happy about it.
So a 1st and 10 coming from Browns territory now at the 46. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 40 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 37. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Finding Fouts complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets dense. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down distance.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He gets it left side of Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. They'll try and run it. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he is going to have the Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going with a pass game, it should open up his running game, too. And down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is JoJo Nansen. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
So give him a few props right here. Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a two-time walk-on, who later became a two-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Ross Blacklock on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow your defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From 31, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of a lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Wendy Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Mayfield of this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here and run. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. DeAndre Carter is deep for the Texans. And he'll get this away out of the icy winter air. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And here's Steven Johnson in the Houston offense yet again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, and really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside. Quarterback tucks it and keeps it. Quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The 50, it's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
That last catch short the marker by just a yard, leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they go screen. It's complete. Well, they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. A reminder coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. With business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Let's just go to the football 101, Detroit Expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Then we'll get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Nice job there utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? you're likely going to have to.
On third down, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jamie Gillendale as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to hang on to it.
But with as much time as is left on the clock, I imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustles to the line of scrimmage. Either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now the Texans will use one of their two remaining timeouts as they'll stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on second down. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's fouls. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Larry Ogunjobi picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a strong first half from quarterback Deshaun Watson. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had a punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here. He also picks up a first down. first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver for Rashard Higgins. And it's 3rd and 5.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield to throw it. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Whitney Merciless, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Jamie Gillandale as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position. Their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he gets us up just shy of the 15. And now they'll have it a gain of 12. Big first down to get away from the inside.
Well, it backs up against the goal line and stuff to drive. You give him breathing room. The defense really got caught thinking straight trying to down the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. That didn't go farther.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. First and 10 at the 14. They'll run it. And it's 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And it'll be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down, it's Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should have been something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with it.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Left side by Cobb. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory. I just think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And again, it's Chubb. Dances by him. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forgetting where the first down line was, this defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here's Jamie Gillandale, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Yeah, he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And here's Watson on the keeper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards to loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Watson. Open man, the tie-in fails. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs. This is what the Saints do.
Johnson time 3rd down. Listen to That's Johnson. Yeah, he is going to have the Texans 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Could just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So they run the option here on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, you have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in the sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. Don't hold them to no gain.
Watson's throw going to be taken in by Johnson. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and he obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's Johnson going to get the handoff. And he's in. Down, Houston. David Johnson. Touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. JoJo Natson there on the return. And out the middle across the 25 to the 27. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL. A team can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And are able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. It's a quick first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can pull and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but it'll be second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. Going back to Landis side, he's got it complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a live angles.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. To throw again on second down. Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. A tackle almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays. Hard to move it.
The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They ran the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This will be caught at about the 6. That catch good for only a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this is caught out for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They had the touchdown they needed from home on the defensive side of the ball. Okay, you get the touchdown, but it took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That would need up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slide their way downfield, they get the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know that feel right. Exactly.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has still here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as a empirical.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Down to the knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. But what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Right, guys, they have it. The Texans are winners over the Browns, 14-7. Got in this room. I'll be back with another live video tomorrow. So please like and subscribe. And I see you all tomorrow. Have a great day and night.